Right now, somewhere in your kitchen, there's probably a jar of honey. Maybe you've drizzled it into your baby's oatmeal because it's natural. It's gentler than sugar. It's what your own mother did. It feels like the safe choice. Here's the part that surprises most parents. That one small spoonful can be more dangerous to your baby than almost anything else in your pantry. Not because of allergies, not because of sugar, because of something invisible, something that doesn't show up until days later, and something most parents have never been warned about clearly enough. And honey isn't even the biggest offender in your home. There's a small, round, silver object sitting in your TV remote, your bathroom scale, your child's singing greeting card, or that flashing toy on the shelf right now that pediatric emergency researchers have started calling one of the most dangerous items a child can put in their mouth. Not a toy with sharp edges, not a chemical under the sink, a battery smaller than a coin. You, and I mean this gently, are not being careless. You're doing exactly what generations of loving parents have done, trusting that if something is sold for a home with kids in it, it's been made safe for one. Researchers at places like Nationwide Children's Hospital have spent years tracking what actually happens when that trust turns out to be misplaced. And their data tells a very different story than the one printed on the packaging. So this video isn't a scare list. It's not going to tell you to bubble wrap your house. What it's going to do is show you the small, specific, well-documented category of things that pediatric researchers have identified as genuinely worth removing, avoiding, or locking away, why they're dangerous in ways that aren't obvious, and exactly what to do instead. Starting today, because once you see the pattern behind these items, once you understand what actually connects a spoonful of honey to a button battery to a handful of grapes cut the wrong way, you'll never look at your kitchen the same way again. So what actually connects these dangerous items? It's not that they're rare or exotic. It's the opposite. They're things marketed as normal, everyday, even wholesome. And that's exactly what makes them slip past our guard. Picture this. Your baby is sitting in their high chair, gumming a piece of toast smeared with a little honey. It looks like the picture on a baby food jar. Nothing about the scene looks dangerous. But honey can carry dormant spores of a bacterium that an adult's gut handles without issue, and an infant's immature digestive system can't yet control. Once swallowed, those spores can wake up, multiply, and release a toxin that affects a baby's nerves and muscles. Public health researchers describe the result as infant botulism, a rare but serious illness. And it's exactly why the CDC and the American Academy of Pediatrics are firm on one rule: no honey at all, in any form, before your baby's first birthday. Not even baked into a cracker. Now picture a different scene. Your toddler pulls a musical greeting card off the coffee table, and a tiny battery falls out. Researchers studying poison control data found that hospital visits for battery-related injuries in young children more than doubled over the past decade. And the vast majority of those children were 5 years old or younger. A swallowed battery can start causing serious tissue damage in as little as 2 hours, often without any obvious symptoms at first. Here's what matters most. Neither of these risks has anything to do with income, parenting style, or how attentive you are in general. A spoonful of honey looks identical whether it's added by a first-time parent reading every label or a fifth-time parent running on 4 hours of sleep. A greeting card with a hidden battery ends up on the same coffee table in every kind of home. These aren't failures of vigilance. They're gaps in what we were ever told to watch for in the first place. Let's go back a few years to a hospital in Ohio. A mother brings in her toddler, fussy, drooling, refusing to eat, running a low fever. No one saw him swallow anything. There's no obvious injury, no choking moment anyone witnessed. The pediatric team runs an X-ray almost as a formality. And there it is, a small button battery lodged in the boy's esophagus, already burning through tissue. This is the story researchers at Nationwide Children's Hospital have seen play out again and again as they built their injury database. The disruption isn't dramatic. There's no coughing fit, no gasping, no clear moment parents can point to. That's what makes button batteries different from almost every other hazard. The ingestion is usually silent, And the injury starts before anyone realizes something is wrong. In the hospital's case, doctors remove the battery in time. Many families aren't so lucky, which is part of why advocacy efforts like Reese's Law now require warning labels and child-resistant battery compartments. The emotional takeaway here isn't guilt. It's that some dangers simply don't announce themselves the way we expect danger to. You can't outwatch something you were never told to watch for. So here's what to actually do. Starting today. 1. Audit your battery compartments. Walk through your home and check anything with a coin-sized battery, remotes, scales, singing cards, and make sure the compartment needs a screwdriver to open. Say it out loud as you go. If I can open this with my fingernail, it's not safe yet. 2. Remove honey from anything your baby under 1 eats, including baked goods and crackers. A simple house rule: no honey until the first birthday. Not even a taste. 3. Learn your local poison control number and save it in your phone right now, not later. Tell your partner. If we're ever not sure, we call before we panic. 4. Rotate through your child's toy bin monthly, checking small parts against a toilet paper tube. If it fits through, it's too small. A quick script. Let's test this one together before it goes in the bin. Here's something worth sitting with. None of the first steps you just heard cost $1. No app subscription tracks battery compartments for you. No premium baby-proofing kit replaces the habit of checking a toy against a toilet paper tube. There are entire product lines built around parental peace of mind: sensors, monitors, smart safety gadgets, and most of them are solving problems far smaller than the ones we just talked about. The thing that actually keeps your child safest isn't something you can buy. It's attention, repeated in small, ordinary moments, on an ordinary Tuesday. And that's worth saying plainly. The fact that you watched this whole video is already evidence of the kind of parent you are. You didn't need to be told to care. You needed to be told what to look for. That's a different thing entirely. And it's the harder, more honest kind of parenting. The kind that shows up not in what you buy but in what you notice. If this helped you see your own home a little differently, consider subscribing and hitting like. This channel is built around exactly this. Science-backed. No fluff videos on child brain development, parenting research, and the small things that make a real difference in early childhood. Without the guilt, without the sales pitch, because in the end, this was never really about honey jars or battery compartments. It's about the same idea we started with. Trust isn't something a product label can hand you. It's something you build, one small, well-informed moment at a time.